Welcome all. I hope I am audible to all. Yes, participants, am I audible? Okay. So, as per the syllabus has been concerned, we will go for the DSL syllabus. Issue? Okay. So, in this second assignment over here, we can see that is belonging to the Python program. One second, I'll share the screen. Okay, participants, you can view the second program that we have to write a Python program to store marks scored in subject. So that is for FDS is the subject name, and the structure for n number of students in a class. So over here, we can simply say there is a class of 100 students or 60 students. For practice, we will be taking only 5 or 10. So whatever it is, we say that is
सर वाईस ब्रेक
डायनेमिक.
होतोय.
बरं बरं. ठीक आहे, मी थोडंसं हळू बोलतो आणि क्लिअरली येण्यासाठी थोडंसं व्हॉइस इन्क्रीज करतो. डोंट वरी. So I hope I am quite audible now. So this is the second program we are going to do for Python programming to store marks scored in a subject. So subject is only one, that is FDS. So I highlight over here, you can see the subject is nothing but FDS, and over there we have to get the input of n number of students in the class. So this n can be up till 60 students or 100 students, we don't know. It is accepted at runtime, and we have to create some special functions to compute the average score of a class, then the highest score and the lowest score, and naturally you have to count the students who are absent. Now this is a different logic where we are entering marks in the sense of numbers, but how to indicate that the student is absent. Now this might create lots of errors in your program. We will see how to overcome these errors. Then second is display marks, that is with highest frequency. So suppose two students got the same number of marks. So that may be happening that is the highest frequency of occurrence of that class. So this is related to some statistical analysis. So how many average students are getting highest frequency? So we'll see this in our practical sessions today. And since there was a meeting, we will conduct this session earlier. We have conducted this session earlier. So if anything is missing, we apologize for that. Now let us start with the Python session. Yes, it is will be available in a minute. We have the assignment number A2. And here is the problem statement repeated again. So what to be done is highlighted in the program itself. So it is expected from every student that he is able to justify what he has done. So this problem statement, are you able to see the screen? Yes, participants? The program with the screen?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have a little mixed culture over here. What we are doing, we are storing everything in a dictionary rather than we are doing it in list. Now because we have two parameters. One parameter is nothing but your roll number, and another parameter is nothing but your marks. So we have created a class named student, and in that student he will be referenced by a roll number, and we have taken only marks. The subject name is by default, it is FDS. So we set the subject name over here. Now display. So you can add the subject name if you want, that is FDS, but by default it is given. So don't worry. Now let us check with the constructor. So constructor -1, you can see self.fds underscore marks equal to -1. So I have written a comment over there. It simply indicates, -1 simply indicates the student is absent. Okay, so in this sense of converting into numbers, I think there is no mark related to -1. So in most of the exams, 90% the marks are in the range from 0 to 100. Okay, so for a subject, the maximum marks is 100 and minimum marks is 0. So we say that if the marks is -1, then it is an absent. So any negative value, we say that the student is absent. Now take the second function, that is we display just the details, that is the roll number and the marks achieved by that. If naturally if it is non-negative number, then the marks are being displayed, else we display that the student is absent. So over here a simple condition, it checks whether the student is absent or not, and if it is not absent, then only his marks have been displayed. So simple conditions, we have to understand what to display, what is expected if the student is absent, what is expected when the student is having a particular marks. Now update marks. Suppose at a particular time you feel that the student marks is to be updated, which is currently marked as absent. So you can mark the update his marks. So these are the basic operations on any of the data structures, that is either read to the data structure or write to the data structure. Now for statistical analysis, what we have done, we have stored every information in the dictionary. So we'll see in this update model what is really happening. So over here, self dot roll, and then we accept the marks, and the last line you can see over here. So it is dictionary in the square bracket, roll and marks. So this is where we are using a global dictionary, which is storing the student information, that is roll number and marks. And finally, what is our task over here? We have to find a sometimes average of the score, highest and lowest score, that is maximum and minimum, count the absent students, and So we are up with the network. Yes, participants able to view the screen.
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you are able to view the screen, everyone. Yes, participants,
Yes,
please
sir.
respond because I am not able to
Sir.
hear the screen. Okay. Now, in finding max, you can use another easier ways also. You can optimize the code by removing these two lines. That is also feasible. But this sometimes absent students are also displayed if there is no data entry or all students are absent. So if all students are the toughest thing in our program is nothing but 1 second. So we have just discussed about finding min, and now we are discussing about finding the absence. So all this repeated process, you can use a single function for that, and that will return the list. That is also possible. So your code size can be optimized. But for understanding purpose, we have disclosed this. 1 second, I think someone has joined. Fine. Now the most difficult part is finding the frequency. That means maximum frequency of occurrence in the list. So we create is equal to list d1 dot values. That means we have copied the contents of values into a list, and we have created another dictionary. Now what it will do? It will check whether a particular value is in the list. and if it is there, he will add one more to it, frequency. For example, for I is equal to L1, and if I is equal to -1, continue. Why it is continued? That means we are skipping the absent students. Otherwise, what will happen? If there are more than 2 or 3 absent students, it will display that frequency for -1, that is absent student, is more. So we don't want that. We want the maximum marks frequency. So what we did, if I is not in the list, d2.keys, that means there is no roll numbers previously assigned. Then over here we just add that value with 1. That means it occurs at least once. And if it is already in dictionary 2, that means this is if condition is false, we increment the d2 of I with +1. Hence we calculate the frequencies, and the max key over here.
Sir, screen and voice not visible.
One second, there is some network delay. Yes, participants able to view the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so over here I again discuss about frequency, maximum frequency. So first part is from over here to here, we have just created the frequency list for each and every element or each and every marks, we say, or how many times that marks have been occur, and based on that we evaluate the max key, that is who is having the maximum values, and finally we have appended that max values in a particular list, and we have printed the d2, and we have printed the list also. Now this were as per as the problem statement is been concerned. So we have displayed all this, evaluated all these 3 functions, that is function number 2, highest and lowest frequency, count of student absent for the test, and the last one was display marks with the highest frequency. Now over here, last point. This is related to the project management or the program management, where we add the students. So now how many students are to be added? We create an object of name student, and we simply accept the roll numbers and marks of a particular student. We update the details of the student, that is roll number and marks. So by default the class is FDS, so I don't consider that it is to be noted. You can put it the class name as FDS, and simply we display the data structure, that is dictionary, as D1, which was global. Now my presentation work. So I am presenting over here with the menu. So all these menus will have these 4 functions, that is add students, display students, find the highest, lowest, absent, display marks, and so on. One of the thing is finding the average of the marks. So I have kept it for you, average score to be evaluated. Okay, so I kept it for you so that if you understand the program, you can evaluate the max score also. So now my menu says if you enter 0, it will quit the program, whereas if you enter 1, it will add a new student to the program. Finally, display is for 2, 3 to find the min and max. So my third choice will give the largest and the smallest number. Fourth choice, I'm getting the absent student, and the fifth choice is maximum frequency. So what is remaining over here is the sixth choice. So CH equal to 6, and we want to display average, that is statement number 1. So you can perform it if you understand it. So I kept it the simple assignment for you. Now while I is equal to 1, that is infinite loop, we just call the menu function. So it was a very basic assignment. Now let us run the program. Okay, so it is C++ notation for remark. I have to use the hash symbol. Everyone able to view the output? Yes, participants?
Yes.
Okay, so we will go for adding the students. Add, naturally roll number 1. You can give him any good marks, about 70 or so. Then we add another number of students. This is, we don't know how many students are there, so dynamically you can work with it. So choice is again 1, and it will ask for the roll number. So I say 2, let us say 88. Now let us make one of the students as absent. So 1, roll number 3 is absent, so I put -1 as the marks. So you can see how it is been marked as absent. Finally, we have one more approach to it. Let us add one more student so that the frequencies will be updated. We have 4, and let us say it is having the same marks, that is 88. Let us add one more student and roll number 5. Let us say his marks are 65. Now it is sufficient. Let us see our data is updated in the dictionary. So you can see over here, the dictionary is having the list of students, that is roll number 1 is having 70, 2 is having 88, 3 is having -1, and so on. Now, which is the highest and which is the lowest? So let us see the numbers or marks which is highest and lowest. So I'll press the choice number 3. So you can see the highest score is 88 and lowest score is 65. Everyone getting the concept how the program has been formulated? Then finally we'll go for the fourth object, number of absent. You can see that there was only 1 minus, therefore number of absent is only 1. Now let us display with the highest frequency. So you can see 88 was having frequency 2. So if you can see the display first, so we'll remember I put the display function, and then we'll go for the highest choice, that is 5. You can see over here 88 was repeated 2 times. So how it calculates the frequency that 88 is repeating 2 times, and 65 is repeated 1 times, 70 is repeated 1 time. So the frequency which was repeated highest time is nothing but 88. Everyone understood the basic concept of how it should be designed using Python. Yes, participants, or any query? Okay, so the last thing over here is the average score of the class. So I keep it to you how you design it to find the average of the class. And based on the logic, if you understand the logic of the program, you can easily design the average score of the class. So I hope you understood the program itself. Yes, any query from the participants? Okay, so if there is no query, we'll send you the code for today's practical session. I'll send one function at a time so that there will be no issues. So there was up till the display function. The else part is remaining. So I put the else part over here. Now I'll send you the another two functions, that is def and append. Only thing is you have to align the codes from the particular point. So I put the even the alignment for you. Then using find max and find min, absent students, that was related to the frequency. Display functions, and the most important is the menu. So I'll put some menu in two different parts so that it is a big function so that it will be accumulated properly. So task to be done today is finding the average of the particular program. So last point over here. Yes, participants, you can copy the contents from over here. And now the attendance code. It will be CO session number 5 and 04. So select the subject DSL and use this code for the attendance of today's session. If you practice it completely and submit it as early as possible, we will make some interface so that this will be completed and you will have good marks as far as timely completion is been concerned. Any questions from the participants? Yes, participants, any questions? Okay, so if there are no questions, you start with the working with the practicals. And if there are questions, feel free to ask me on WhatsApp also. So we'll leave the call over here. Thank you. Thank you very much.